We were not able to bring her. She was the smaller of the berms, the baby berm we had.
Yeah.
She went into shed this morning. Blue eyes this morning. I'm like, no. So we don't, because that can be dangerous for their skin, so we decided not to bring her. But we did bring Jake. Since we've already done this once before, I'm not going to do my normal routine with you guys.
Okay.
I'm going to mix it up a little bit. So, yeah. So I'm going to start with something I can't really pass around.
Where's Michelle?
Really, really cool to see.
Oh, she's here.
Right there.
So this right here.
Oh, the
she's
cute
shedding.
one.
But it's not like snakes when they shed, they just shed in pieces. Can anybody tell me what this might be? It is. So this right here is actually a baby Nile monitor. One of the largest, one of the largest lizards in the world. Yeah, very big. Anywhere from 7 to 9 feet. And they get very, very, very dangerous if you don't treat them right. Their talons get so sharp they could gut you in one grab. So you have to, you trim them up and stuff too, but you have to treat them with respect. Now, what's crazy about these guys is as babies, they're very aggressive. Always have been, in captivity, wild caught, doesn't matter. They're aggressive. But when taught that they're safe and with proper care, that changes. And so she's been to multiple events. See right there, she made me jump a little bit too. Only because I don't want to hurt her, not because. So if she bites me, I have to let her, and I'd rather not happen right now. But it's okay if it does. It doesn't really hurt. Maybe draw a little bit of blood when they're babies. Plus, what you do when they bite is you let them and you hold them longer. So you show them that biting them doesn't get the response they want, and you just let them feel safe.
Wow.
So what I can do for safety is I can come through. Do you want to feel it? Just don't stay away from the face, okay? I guess I should start with that. Safety rules, guys. We always stay away from faces. You'll see me do it, but it's different. I'm trained, and I train them. They know my smell. No, control the face. It's okay, sweetie. It's okay. There you go. Now you can do it. They can turn their necks almost all the way backwards. So like I put my hand in the way.
Guard it.
She doesn't, she never's bitten anybody. Well, that's not true. She bit me one time, but I startled her. I picked up her water dish and she was under it. And it scared her, so she bit me. But that's it. That's the only time she's ever doing it. Feel her? And that's with it dry because she's shedding right now. Anybody else want to? No?
No?
She's starting to shed, so it would be
You good?
more
Yeah.
smooth.
So do you know why I bring her out like this and I let you guys touch her, even though it's scaring her? Can anybody guess why? Yes. So with
Socializing a dog. You
it
have
is
to take 'em out.
absolutely bad. You hold them out longer, so you don't give them what you want. You normally wait at least 10 minutes to put them back after if they ever bite, and it teaches them it doesn't work. So instead, she's monitoring, and I'm guessing it's a she. I don't actually know for sure without an ultrasound at this age. It's really hard to tell, but based on head size, I'm guessing a she, which means she won't get quite as big as the males do. And these guys, the females stay about a foot smaller than the males.
Wow.
Now, if you ever hold one, you'll feel their talons will still scratch you a little bit, just crawling across to you, right? And then it will kind of puff up something like a cat scratch. Well, it's because they actually have, just like cats, they have a little bit of it's not retractable, but they carry a little bit of bacteria in their claws, so that they can attack and then run away and wait for the prey to hurt. They're actually venomous too, but just not to humans. So technically they still are to humans. It just doesn't affect us like it does other animals. So their venom can cause stinging and make it where the wound doesn't heal as fast because it's anticoagulant, but not strong enough to make it like where you actually are hurt. Like I've been bitten by a full-grown adult and it took 3 weeks for it to heal instead of a week like a normal bite would because of that. The biggest thing is they also carry bacteria in their mouth. So when you get bit by them, you want to wash your hands very, very clean. I did not know that and almost got an infection because of it. When I first got our very first Nile was huge and it was a rescue. And it was through a rescue. And so I was learning a lot about them and did not know that. And I went in like with my hand out and set it in. And to Vinny, he knew that in like this meant no food. This means I'm going to drop food. And so he's like, oh, hungry, and bit me. It was my fault for not following the training that they're supposed to have. So.
That's really neat.
Look like a frog.
So there's a picture of of a. It's got a sausage. One of my friend's sons made that picture for Anthony. He's the breeder. This is his. He owns Cool Blooded Creations out of Sweet Home. So they breed crested geckos, Leachianus geckos, that kind of stuff. One of the most, we met through the business and now become close friends. They're one of the most ethical breeders I've ever met. You should see their setups. They put all their love and time into it. Like, it's pretty crazy. Now, these guys right here, their defense mechanism is let me poop on you.
Oh.
So they're not really one I can pass around either, but I wanted to show some stuff you can feel without having to hand it out. It's one of the large, actually this is the largest breed of gecko in the world.
Really?
That is amazing.
And their fingers, what I can have you do is if you put your finger out like that. Put your finger out, can you do it for me? And watch. Do you feel how it feels sticky?
Yeah.
That's how they climb glass walls. Look, that. Do you see that? Isn't that cool?
Face, look at those eyes.
See, it look like a frog.
Yeah.
At least a
You
head.
feel that? That's how they climb the walls. So it's really interesting when they're, and they do have claws too. So like you feel sticky, but yet a claw when they're climbing on you.
That is so cool.
And these guys are typically very expensive. And Anthony's goal behind it is to make them affordable to average households.
Like how much?
Something like this as a baby would range from 350 to 500, and that's the inexpensive. Normally they go about 800 to 2,000 depending on the breed. His stuff he's producing has like pinks all down it and like hearts on some of them. Literally there's hearts running down their back, and those would sell at like $2,500 a piece. He only sells them like $600-700. So it's like a huge difference, and he's doing it on purpose because he, like me, believe that if we really want reptiles in households in a healthy way and people to be able to afford it, then only the breeders can make that change. And so it just takes not being greedy. You want to feel the... Isn't that cool?
So soft.
Right?
That is so neat. I've never seen a gecko like that.
So these guys don't normally do good at parties like... Now, technically speaking, I've never actually seen one of these guys bite in person, but I've watched videos of it. Let me tell you, they may not look like they can do damage, but oh my goodness, they can tear the skin up. But they do such an amazing job with their lizards that even this one that's in a breeding tank, so that means it has a female with it, is still this calm. And that speaks volumes of who they are as breeders. Do you want to feel it? Yeah.
Feel it? Sure. Okay. Oh wow.
And that's without trying to grip. Yeah.
Just the hand? Or?
Yeah, I can hear. She's doing really good. So put your hand out, and I'll let you feel her real quick. I just don't. I told him I wouldn't pass
It
around.
does
to the
have
kids, but-
claws.
Yeah, you see that? Because he's a breeder and they're very expensive. I don't really pass them around much, but I don't mind if an adult holds them. So that is cool, isn't it?
That is amazing. Look at that face. Did you get a close up of the eyes?
Yep.
Eyes of people.
So care and health and welfare are by far the most important thing to us. And that is why we do the education program, because we have found that the more we teach in our area, the less our rescue is needed. And so it's been really fun. The program's my baby. I'm the one that it's important to me, especially considering that I was invited in. And as most people know, I've made mistakes in my past. I'm a felon who worth rescuing. And I hear it all the time. Only good snake's the dead snake, right? Like a lot of people are very, very apt to just, oh, the reptiles eat. So there's not a lot of help out there for these animals. There's not a lot of us that do what we do. So this is a ball python. You guys remember us bringing the ball pythons?
Yep.
This one's Petunia. This is a rescue and available for adoption. She has $75. She has a $75 adoption fee, and requires a tank that's approximately about 36 by 18 by 18. So it's 36 long, 18 deep inches, by the way, and 18 tall. She can get approximately up to 6 feet at max. And it seems like a lot, but when they spend most of their time curled up, it's not as much as you would think. Yep.
Wow.
This is one we can go ahead and pass around and let you guys hold. Now remember, please, no touching the faces, okay? So we gotta respect that. And then with snakes, their scales point towards their tail, right? So when we pet, we go towards the tail. That way, we're not pulling up on the scales. Now ball pythons, they come from well, they're in a few different countries, but it's all in the Uganda and that type of area, right? The Congo, the foothills, like you have Uganda and the Congo, and you have that mountain in between that really isn't owned by any country, and it's not technically its own country either. I forget the name of it.
Kilimanjaro? No.
No, that's a little further north. No, this one, I forget the name of it right now, but I actually know a gentleman. His name's Willie, and he lives up in that area, and he's a preacher up in that area, and they live in like a hut, right? Like that's how the housing is, but it's the mountains. They're absolutely stunning. Well, these guys there are extremely illegal to have unless you're royalty. So unless you're some type of like super rich royalty in that area, you get shot for having them. Like that's the response they have. So their other name that they're called for almost everywhere else in the world is royal python, for that reason, because they will just curl around your arm or around your neck, and you can just walk around. So they're worn as jewelry in a lot of places in the world, quite literally worn as jewelry. But they're also the most docile of all the snakes.
They're using it photo shoots.
Yes, yeah. Go ahead and pass it.
Do you want to hold it?
Yeah, this
Hold
one
it,
you can
Rose.
actually hold.
Hold it.
Now, fair warning, as you may know, all animals have a chance of biting. I don't bring ones that do, but you just have to always be prepared for the fact that yes, they can bite. That's,
You put your hands out like this. Okay.
although you'd be quite amazed. A lot of snakes, if they were to bite you, you're like, wait, that's it.
She's gonna bite.
They don't have a very big, with the exception of a couple. A reticulated python has a bite that if you pull back, the teeth are angled, so it rips into the skin because it's designed to keep, when the prey tries to run, it digs in deeper, right? So as long as you stay still when they bite, which takes practice, because I've been bitten many times by retics.
Your instinct is
Uh-huh.
not to stay
No,
still.
it's not. It's to pull away, right? So as long as you stay still, it's just some punctures. But if you pull back at all, it bruises and it's sore. The same retic bit me that bit my wife, literally 2 seconds apart, because we're both trying to handle it, and it got out of the enclosure and was wrapped around a chair, so we're trying to pull it up. And this was when our rescue was still in her house, and it bit me and then bit her. Well, I stood still. So it didn't get the response it wanted, and then bit her, and she pulled away. And the difference between the two bites is night and day. Yeah. Another one is Taiwanese beauty rat snakes. So they're a type of colubrid. Your colubrids are more of your colder weather. They get 9 feet long. I actually have one at the store right now that's old and it's retired there. But they have teeth that go in multiple directions. So not just curved in, but curved sideways. So when they bite, it automatically tears as soon as they move. Never taken a bite from one of them and never would like to. So I actually almost brought him with us because he's never bitten. Super sweet. But I go based on what they're going through at the time, and he really did not want to come out, so I don't. I will never force an animal that is in, he's 19 years old. He's last end of his life. His mate that he'd been with his whole life passed away. And so we get new shirts since last time too.
Yeah, very nice.
So we have the rescue and the store on it now.
Oh, cool.
Yes, on the back is the store.
Nice.
Since we were rescue first and foremost, even though the store paid for the shirts, we always put the rescue first. Our nonprofit will always be the top where we're at. That's where our hearts are. The store just helps us fund it and keep things going and food on the table. So. Have you guys ever been to one of the reptile expos?
The one in Hillsboro?
Yeah.
I've been, yeah, like 4 years ago.
So there's
Before you guys came.
okay. So there's another one coming up on the weekend of the 25th.
This one?
Yes.
Up in Hillsboro?
Yep.
Oh.
And we're always up front and center. Jeff, who owns it, is amazing. He's been a major supporter of the rescue and of our store. It's become a good friend. And it is going to be pretty cool. There's a lot of different kind of vendors there this time. He's switching it up a lot right now, so that you're not just going there and seeing ball pythons. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
So if you get a chance,
Is it
check it
a
out.
place
You
to
really
hide?
should. It'll be it's also really
Is it next weekend?
no the weekend of so 2 weekends.
2 weekends.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you.
we'll see. We'll try. It's a drive over
It
there.
is. It is.
But we'll try. We'll think about it. We'll see what the kids
Almost.
Sometimes at the
And then in
expo,
October of
she'll
every year
have
is the
my
Albany
ex,
Expo, so that's
and
close.
she's
That one's
just kind of
closer.
Yes.
act like a bracelet.
So it's in October, or no, August,
Our
sorry.
body's
In
warm and
August
they're
of
so
every year,
cold.
thank you, sorry, I said that
Yeah.
wrong. So in August, it's the end of the summer, and every year
She's definitely
it's the Albany
wild.
show. That one for us, we're sponsors and everything, so like
Are you hiding?
this last year, we're
hide?
all over it, but
Just stick
your
face in the dark.
Yeah, I wanted to go to that one, but then with my
It's nap
accident,
time.
like I'm just starting
Yes.
to walk right now.
no, absolutely, and
But
I
it
completely
was-
understand. Usa, and this is a boa constrictor. Hold on, I need to do the face test and play with it for a minute because I have a beat.
Aww.
Medusa is a boa constrictor. They'll get about 9 feet, 8 to 9 feet. Some boas can get up to 11, but her type that she is, which is just it's a BCC, so it's boa constrictor. They only get approximately about 9 feet long, but they get pretty thick. They get like that's,
Oh wow.
yeah. But they'll walk around. My other daughter has ball pythons, 2 of them. She'll walk around with them as jewelry and just all over the house. Yep. Call her hat snake. Go ahead and let 'em
How
have it.
old is this one?
She's.
Well, over a year now, right?
Oh yeah, just so yeah.
That's right. So that's right. The last time we did the birthday party, she was still too young to bring out. So
Oh.
yeah, she's just now starting to get out, and we will bring babies sometimes. It just depends on their temperament and where we're going. So boa constrictors, they're found all over the world. There's multiple locations where you can find them anywhere from.
Slowly.
Slowly.
She has no fear, does she? She's gonna be
Except for spiders.
yeah.
That's it. Really.
She's gonna be a wrangler when she gets older. The one that runs at the bowls or runs at the big stuff. What? Yeah.
You want it on your neck, Rose?
Yeah. That's what my daughter
How did you
should
put it
do.
on your neck?
So boa constrictors, also like ball pythons, are constrictors, right? To kill, they constrict their prey.
She
So-
run away.
They
Rose, look at
She is not
puppy.
afraid.
Look at puppy.
Lay on it.
so they don't like to eat live prey. Like they don't like them alive. We feed what we call live prey because they need enrichment, so they need that kill. It's part of their health, honestly, their mental state, right? Is they need the opportunity to hunt. Yes. So we feed live, but they wrap around it
Coming
and
this
squeeze it to kill their until it's dead and then eat it. Whereas a colubrid, they'll just eat it alive. They just start mowing down on
My
it.
husband,
Sorry.
he used to have a yellow snake, it was about that size. And that's what she would do, she's like, put a mouse in there and you could see her track it, grab it, wrap it around.
Yeah, so it could have been either a boa or a ball python. Both of them were killed like that. Probably a ball python, yeah, they're a lot more common. It's probably a banana.
She's like, maybe something to wrap around.
They're escape artists.
She was still in her tank and everything.
I don't think
Just
she's
no
ever
idea where.
escaped from her tank, even though I leave it unlocked.
No, yeah, so she has a tank that has no lock on it, no clip, nothing. It never tries to get out. It's happy in its enclosure. I've had snakes that have locks and everything, and they always find a way out. Yeah.
She's curious, yeah. Look in the camera.
She doesn't have a lot of fear. She used to like wrap around my neck and arms and stuff in the car, so she's used to the
She wants to go right through that hole there. She's like,
yeah.
So I've been talking about colubrids, and while that one's out, and you guys taking a look, I'll pull this one out. This
She
right here is a
especially
corn
loves
snake.
to wrap around
Corn
it.
snake.
But it's a very special kind of corn snake.
light color.
Yes, it is called a bug-eyed leucistic.
Is it choking?
No, palmetto. Sorry, it's a bug-eyed palmetto. So the palmetto is the design you're seeing with the white, but then it has blue eyes. And when it was a baby,
Would you
its
like to
eyes
wear
were like, it looked like an alien. They were so bulged. It's growing into its eyes more, but it's still way more bulged than it would be
Michelle.
if it wasn't bug-eyed. This is my wife's. His name is Fenn.
I don't understand. What would you say? Bug guy?
Bug-eyed, yep. So the eyes stick out and bulge a lot more than an average snake. It's just a morph. It's a
Wow.
gene.
Wow.
And this one right here, super sweet. We'll also pass this one around, but it is a corn snake. So it's about 2 years old. And you see the difference between a 2-year-old boa compared to this. Now boas, mind you, will grow fast and then slow for a minute, and all of a sudden super fast again. So like he'll continue to grow slower
She's so
and get
curious.
not even double his
What
size.
is that?
He'll
This is
grow
a
little
camera,
thicker.
my
So
friend.
he'll get about like
Yeah,
not like
I'm
that
familiar.
big total, but maybe only another foot in length.
Oh,
That
look
one
at
looks
this
like
one.
a candy cane.
And when you're
Oh,
holding
wow.
him and passing him around, just pay attention to where his head goes because they will try to crawl into crevices and wrap around stuff.
Sorry.
I love your shirt, by the way, because my wife's one of her absolute favorite animals is an owl, and mine's a wolf. So I absolutely love your shirt.
Thank you.
That is such a cool face. Look at that. Wait. Come here.
Right?
Look at that face.
Where are they from?
So corn snakes are from all over, from Mexico, America. We even have some here in Oregon. They're just not that color. They're more of a gray and orange type coloring. And they're harder to see in this area. They're more closer to like Eastern Oregon and that kind of stuff. But there is some here. They're fewer and far between.
Leanna, did you hold this one or not yet?
And these are these guys
Have
when
her hold it
they eat,
and
they
then Bobby
just
can hold.
literally they will eat insects. They'll eat rat, mice, whatever they can fit in their mouth, basically. And they just eat it live. They don't constrict it, kill it, nothing. They just start now and swallowing it. Yep.
Okay.
The hard part about that is so when these guys bite, their instinct is just hold on until they can chew it. So like you have to put them underwater and hold it for a minute to get them to let go. And sometimes when that doesn't work and they just keep holding it, you gotta take like some alcohol, like vodka or something, and do a drip of it to get them to let go and shake their head for a bit of that kind of snake. Yeah. So when they do bite, it doesn't hurt, but it's annoying. Matter of fact, we had a black king snake when the very first house is snakes. But in reality, minus your venomous ones, which are very few and far between. It's very rare to run into any type of rattlesnake here in this part of Oregon. You can, but it's very rare. Eastern Oregon, there's a lot more of them, but even then, rattlesnakes are naturally not a very vicious species. They're defensive.
Give you a warning.
Oh, absolutely, and they wait until if you don't listen or you go to step on them, then they strike out of defense. And half the time, what a lot of people don't realize is when rattlesnakes bite, they don't even inject venom if they're just defending themselves. Now, bull snakes look almost identical to rattlesnakes. They just don't have the rattle at the end, but they can move their tails so fast that in the brush, it makes it sound just like a rattlesnake. So that's one of their defense mechanisms is they do that. I had a guy one time, he's like, look, I caught a rattlesnake. I'm like, no, that's a bull snake. And so another time he's like, look, I caught a bull snake. I'm like,
Yep, that's us.
no, get that out of here, that's a rattlesnake. I'm like, look at the tail, it literally has bubble. And it was starting to become too much. He started getting a little bitey. So a buddy of mine has him right now, and he's doing great now that he's not being.
We've seen two bull snakes around here.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen one by the mailbox at the end of the. Yeah, we've seen some right there, and then down in the field we saw.
So an interesting fact about bull snakes is it's actually a wide coverage of multiple kinds of snakes. So we have what we call here a bull snake, which is technically a bull snake, but it actually they have like the Sonorans. Oh man, I can't think of all of them right now. But they have a bunch of different names, and it's all based on the coloring. And then you have what the true bull snake is, like that has no alter, which is what we have here in Oregon. But you go to like California and stuff, and they look almost similar and identical, but they have just this slight morph-like patterns different. And the reason being is because the area you're from, they changed to mimic the rattlesnakes that are in that area.
Yeah, the one. When we lived in Nevada, my husband got so mad. What are you gonna do with that snake? We don't need a snake, and plus it's dead, and blah blah blah. Well, I was like, well, I'm gonna do a biology class with Johnny. Johnny was 3, and then we skinned it. We
Guys really do stuff.
our apartment back then didn't have much space. We
Used
went
to
to the
his
church
head used to be
basement
on
and
his
skinned
sister.
it.
It was super funny.
Yeah, bring it over.
So, does anybody know what this is?
So much thicker.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
Oh, I love those.
This is a baby iguana. She's about a year old. All right, so you see how she's responding right now
screaming.
with the tail whip, right? She's scared, okay? So, a way you train baby iguanas, it's not like snakes. You can't just be too aggressive, but you still have to be assertive. So right now I have my hand around her without squeezing. I'm holding her safe. That one's fins. That one's fins. And then if this doesn't work, then we do a trust thing. So this is scary to them because this puts them at the most vulnerable state they can possibly be in. But I'm not hurting her. Or him, sorry, it's him. We called him Prim for Primrose for the longest time, then I realized it was a male. And I was like, okay, well it's still Prim, I just haven't decided how I'm gonna fit that into a name. But now that
Premiere.
yeah. But see how he calmed down now? So he's in training. He'll do great once I get him out. I can put him on my shoulder, walk around the whole expo and everything with him, and he does amazing. He's a very rare morph for green iguanas. He is a super crimson. Now, the super crimson part is all the yellows that used to be in him are fading away, and the orange is happenstance of a change, right? It's not a consistent change. So you don't always get it, even if you breed these two together. And so it makes it hard to get it. Well, that brightness, when they get older, it's just done. $400 or $500, not $5,000. And so I ordered them in, and I got 2 of them in because my iguana had passed about a month prior, and I was ready to get a new one. And so him and another one came in. Well, they come from the albino genes, and so he had a lot of yellow, but he had the oranges in him, and I was like, oh, cool, I'll take that one, right? Super good personality and everything, so I decided to keep him. Then found out and give him that safety. I'll put on, we'll trade off throughout the expos and just let him get used to all the noises and the people and all that stuff and see he's safe. Now him, I can go ahead, he's old enough now, I can go and pass him around. Just know, if you hold him, he has claws. So if you want to hold him, that's fine, but he does have claws and it might put a little bit of a scratch on you. If you want to help.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to put him right here, okay? So that way he's not scratching at your arm.
Very cool, huh?
So the fact that he's this young and is willing to do that is amazing. I mean, yes, it's training, but still, even some with as much training as you can at this age, they just don't do it. I'm very lucky with this temperament. Part of it is because he's blind.
He's blind?
Yeah, they're very blind. All they can see is blurring because see his eyes, how they don't have the normal background eyes?
It looks like kind of albino.
Yes, it is a type of albino. So you got T plus and a T minus. The eyes the ruby eyed, so it doesn't look like a full albino, the full red, right? Instead it has the gold with the ruby around it.
Okay.
Your hand up like this. Like this. Turn your head. There you go. What we want to do is we want to give him a perch so that he feels safe. Iguanas don't sit on flat ground mostly. They like to sit on an angle or up in the trees.
Like this? You're so cute.
So be honest with you, it's the first time I've actually passed them around.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah. He was responding very well, and I figured at some point he's got to start doing it, and he's getting old enough. But again, safety is yeah. He gets passed around between us a lot, but it's the first time I've let others
How much of what we've already passed around can they smell or sense on?
Oh, they can tell every single animal you just touched.
Can I hold?
So allow him to do the step ladder, right? Yeah, there you go. So he has something to hold on to and feel safe. They don't like their feet dangling, or you know what I mean. They want to be able to hold on the sticks. Now here's the cool thing about iguanas and why they're one of my absolute favorite creatures in the world. Iguanas can be extremely dangerous, but they're not vicious. They're just defensive. They don't sit on the ground and attack or fight. They can be around many other lizards and be just fine. They don't eat meat. They can, they don't.
Oh, I've seen pictures of like where there's like 10 or 8
Mhm.
all.
Instead, they sit at the top of a tree, at the highest point they can get in the sun, and they watch the world around them and judge. Safety, right? They look around like, and they pay attention to the world around them. So what I like about them is the fact that even though they have all that possibility to be so dangerous, they don't use it unless it's absolutely necessary. Instead, they're just chill and relaxed creatures. And I like the concept behind that.
It's looking at me. Aw. I'll hold it. Should I just pass it?
Yeah, that's fine. So put your hand up and let him, so he has some, yep.
So he climbs.
There you go.
That's so cool.
And keep your hands up some because if the couch gets higher than you, then he'll jump to that. Which, I mean, it's
It
not
wants to
bad.
be up high.
Yeah, yep.
That is so cool.
When, would you be willing to send me, some like stills and
Yeah.
pictures and stuff?
Did you
from this?
get the one from last year?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it'd be awesome because I try to focus on this and not necessarily taking photos, but it's still nice to have.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And then you can take screenshots. I'll send you the whole video.
That-
and then,
that
then
works,
you can
yep.
take the screenshots. That you want.
So I just recently got him to the point where I can kind of reach into his enclosure and slowly and put my hand on him and gently pull him.
Ooh. No.
No.
No, he just was falling, thinking he was gonna fall.
Like most reptiles, they also use their
Lower
tongue
your
for
hand,
smelling
it'll
and
start falling
for,
over your arm.
yeah. We can try. Here, hold on. Yep. There you go. I can quite literally work with him on me. He'll be on my shoulders, and if I have to bend over, he just adjusts. And I can do my thing, and he'll just keep moving around and adjust. And if I get too close to a shelf, and he's like, freedom.
We skinned with Johnny when he was little. Johnny was 3 and he helped me skin that one.
That is pretty cool.
That was from that car accident that we saw.
Yeah.
I've done like three more snakes from from the side of the road that were fresh. That I saw that they were pretty fresh. Just stop when I see
Look how
a.
long that
I've been doing that with a lot of like the
nails are.
bigger because I know like if there's been a deer on the side of the road.
You're fine.
I try to get the skills.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to do that.
It takes time. I will take it out to our property and dig a hole and bury it, and I'll come back in 6 months and it'll be mostly cleaned off, and then you just use peroxide and stuff to finish it.
Let the worms do the work.
Yep. And then we'll put them in the enclosures and stuff, and it raises the value of the bioactives that we do because it's got real and clean skulls like in the enclosure, so it makes it more rare. Yeah. There you go. So any of the bigger lizards, monitors, that kind of stuff, the best way to control them when they feel like they need to keep walking is you allow them.
Yeah.
Yep. Would either of you want to hold them? You good? Okay. All right, we can move on to. This is a Savannah monitor.
We didn't. Did we see that one last year?
I don't think he was available then.
Yeah, it was a different one.
Are you sure?
No, I think you brought the Argentinian one.
Yeah, so we did bring that one. No, I don't think he was available for this.
No, he was, I remember.
Are
I
you
still
sure?
have the pictures.
Oh, maybe it was.
He was smaller.
Maybe.
He was a lot
This
smaller.
one's.
He's gotten huge. So this is a Savannah monitor. Here's the crazy part about Savannah monitors, and it doesn't matter what anybody tells you if they go, yeah, it's captive bred. No, it's not. There's not a single breeder out there. That means they're cranky and angry little creatures when you first get them. Bitey, snappy, food motivated, all of that. And so, but as they get older, they just turn into this like super, he's going in a shed too, as you can tell. This super calm and loving, cuddly creature. He's got an enclosure that's like twice the size of what he needs. So he has
How
plenty
long
of
do they?
space.
How big do they grow?
He'll get probably about another foot and way thicker. And actually, I keep saying he, but we thought it was a he, but. So these guys, a lot of lizards are very, very hard to tell. There's just things you can possibly make it. But you see how he's got that flat head? Well, even Savannah monitors, like most monitors, get jowls as the males get these big jowls. And so no jowls means it's probably a female. That's why it's hard to tell.
What
is
that?
Oh, that's him. Yeah, that's him.
You think
Yeah.
was
He was just so much smaller. Look at that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. What?
He's not quite full grown yet. But they're a lot of fun. They're good because they're calm. They're just remember one thing with monitors, don't ever do this. Okay? Because they eat worms and squiggly things. So if you do this in front of their face and they're like, oh, is that food? That's not going to feel too good. So we never want to do this. You can pet, but when don't put your hands right in front of the mouth because you don't want them to confuse your hands as food. Unless he says in his closure he doesn't want to do it like that, but it's still best practice. See, he's hungry. He is hungry. but I didn't want to poop it all over your floor. So when we get back, he's gonna get a soak and a really good, healthy, strong meal. He'll eat anywhere from rodents to bugs, quail eggs. We feed him a lot of quail eggs. I just put them in warm water so they're not cold from the fridge for a minute, and then just set them in there raw. They eat quite a bit of.
Oh, he's going to run, escape.
Yep. Oh yeah. You give him a place to hide, and he's gonna go look. Hidey hole.
See the darkness underneath that chair.
Now, savanna monitors are not one that you want to put with other reptiles. Same with the tegus, because they're omnivores. They'll eat anything. So if they think they can eat the other one, they will try. Your dragons are the same way.
She likes you.
Oh, you. Hi.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I've actually had probably like 5 or 6 animals get out in my truck before. Lizards are the easiest to find.
Man, you got some claws there.
Because you got to
look
wrap
at
up all
it.
in stuff. So you got to be in there gently undo it, so you don't hurt them. You have scales they can pull back on.
I'm just trying to get.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Trying to get somewhere warm.
Yep. He's a snuggle bug. Now, mind you, when you first open his enclosure, his instinct is, you're feeding me, you're feeding me. So
right.
you gotta be careful when you go in. I have to go in there with my fist like this, and then if he tries to go towards it, I go, nope, and I tap his head. I said, no. And then I will grab him. Or I just reach in and grab him. We had one other I was hoping at this point would be ready to be able to bring stuff like this. His name is Icarus, but he's still not quite ready because we let a friend help take care of him. Well, we let a friend help take care of him, and he ended up getting parasites, and he didn't tell us because he was like afraid. So he was sick for a little bit. So we're healing him back up and getting him fed, and so now he's very cranky. And that's not one you want to get bit by either, not because it has sharp teeth, but because it doesn't. It has blunted teeth because they crush snails, and so when they bite, if they get a good grip on your pinky, they can shatter your bone. And so that's again another one I've never been bit by and don't plan on it.
No, horses have flat.
Do you want to hold
Mhm.
it like this?
I was feeding
You wanna sit here?
lettuce to Pony that I had with yellow back. And he's like, yeah, that was not pleasant. There was no puncture, but it sure felt like she was crushing it.
Just let her have a chance.
Oh.
This is warm. That's what I'm talking about.
See what I mean? Like they're very snuggly creatures. Now here's the thing though.
From
You
here.
gotta understand the attitude you have to go through to get to this point, which is why most people don't keep them. They give up
fine.
on them because like I can't do it. Well, they're gonna be bitey for a while. They do what we call a puberty. So a lot like teenage puberty, it's puberty is what we call it because they have the hormones processing. Everything's about food. Give me food. Give me food. Give me food. Right? And so they become like huffy, puffy, throwing their tails around, like they'll bite. So it just takes a lot of them and tegus. It takes a lot of patience. And honestly, if they too bad, you put on gloves. You get girl gloves and stick your hand right in there. Let them bite. They're like, see, it doesn't hurt, and pull it. Yeah.
No, you're fine. He's looking for a place to hide,
Yeah, he
Nena.
likes your hair.
Exactly.
I know, but he scratched me pretty hard.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
That is the one thing about these guys is no matter how much we cut their nails will always have a sharpness to them. Yep. Need help?
Yep, he's stuck in my hair.
Almost as tall as you are. Yeah, it's like, look, crack up a couch. I'm gonna try squeezing it.
It's gonna burrow down between.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
What's it?
The Argentinian one, yeah.
I can't remember that one last year. Did you really bring it last year?
I don't
Yeah.
remember, to be honest with you.
I don't remember it.
No?
Yes.
So maybe it
I remember
wasn't this
seeing
one.
it at the store, but I
Yes.
don't think you brought it. I think
Okay.
it's the first time you bring
So
it.
she's not quite as gentle. When she wants to climb something, she will climb it. And her nails hurt. So I'm not going to pass her around to hold, but let me get her in a spot where she can.
Chill.
Che, pórtate bien.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe if you speak Argentine to it.
Yeah, exactly. ¿Quieres unos mates?
Some mate.
Right? A lot softer than what you would expect, huh?
Oh,
Just pat her
let's
down a
count
little
this way.
bit. Not because she'll bite or anything. I just don't want her scratching at you guys. I learned how to hold her, see her breathing. She's telling me she's not happy. She wants to explore. She was like,
Let me out, let me out.
yep, they're
Somebody that brought somebody.
so this is where when she gets to be.
There was somebody that, I can't remember who it was, but there was somebody that brought a couple lizards to the gym.
I didn't think about that. I just showed her my reflection in my
I
glasses.
remember it because
And she paused for a second and looked at my glasses, and I'm like, oh, she sees a reflection.
you know we were in Argentina. Well, he's
Yeah.
from Argentina, and we would see these all around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and they can be vicious little things,
Yes,
too.
yes. Usually those people.
It's okay.
Oh.
It's okay. There you go. Okay, let's go put you back. Dry and a little like, eh. He's got some, and he's a little stinky right now, apparently. Ah, he peed on himself. Hold on. That's why this is what does.
Snake pee is stinkier than
Oh, yeah.
almost any other animal.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's I don't know if it's pee or must. It's probably a little bit of both.
Cat pee's probably the one I can think of that's worse.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm not fond of sugar glider pee either. I know it doesn't stink, but it's just so weird that it smells like pee and maple syrup at the same time. My brain can't get past that.
That's a big one.
Two smells that should not be together.
Yes, exactly.
It's warm. I didn't know it in that warm.
All right.
How much she weighed right now?
He weighs approximately.
Oh, he?
He, yeah.
Okay.
He weighs approximately 70 pounds.
Oh wow.
And he's a dwarf version of a Burmese python.
Yeah.
The female we have that we weren't able to bring, she's only 2 years old and is already about 3/4 his length and about 3/4 his thickness, and she's only 2, so she still has another 3 to 4 years of growth.
Weighs what my dog weighs.
Mm-hmm. So he's pretty much done growing, except for Burns and retics never stop entirely. They'll always consistently grow, just very slowly for the rest of their lives. That's why in the wild, when you see the retics that are 35 feet long, they're old. They're probably in their 30s, which is very rare. These guys can live quite some time if they're have very good food. They have average lifespan is 12 to 15 years, but I've seen Burns that are 25, 26 years old come through. Hey, handsome guy. Yeah, you definitely need a bath. You had to get a mess right before we come here, didn't you? Didn't you?
Sorry, Johnny.
So snakes don't show emotion the way everybody else does with muscle response. They show emotion with connection. So like you could tell how he was smelling around, smelt me and went
Looking
straight
for
toward
you.
me. Yep.
I was looking for
Okay.
you.
So they do connect. They do bond. It just doesn't show in your normal way. So people are like, oh, they don't have emotions. Yes, they do. You just gotta look for it. If you're gonna have an animal, you have to learn their language, not expect them to know yours. You wanna come here?
Yeah.
So fair warning, he does stink a little bit, but
It's okay.
Oh boy.
We got
Not
showers.
how you smell it, huh?
You can shower.
you wanna pet him?
Yeah. You don't want hold it, Rose. Hold it. You can
No.
shower later. Yeah, you can
You
shower
can take a
later.
shower. What do you think I have to do when I get home?
have to do the cake.
Oh, that's okay. You can change your clothes and
Okay.
I'll help you.
It doesn't last that long.
No, it doesn't. It easily
You
washes
smell
off.
it for a little
It doesn't really come off on you as much as you would think.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Oh, just change
bit.
your
These are
It's heavy.
Yeah, that's fine. You can. She's gonna have
70
to.
pounds is.
Here, I'm gonna put him down like this. Are you ready? You think you can handle him?
Come on. Straight. Stand straight. Stand
Stay
straight.
straight up. All right, I'm gonna let him bring his tail down. You ready? And boom, there you go by yourself.
Now his legs work out. Come on, up. Come on.
That's one reason you guys are done.
No, imagine doing that for 2 days straight.
I had to sit here, and when we did one of our very first events to the rescue, so this was a gift from a friend to me. It wasn't really a surrender, but it's what started our ability to do like the shows and birthday parties, right? He's actually been on ESPN2 for the Ducks basketball team.
Oh wow.
We did a whole event for them. I'm gonna help go a little bit because I want to make sure you don't.
Don't fail.
Okay.
Like I'm not letting go eat.
You'll know too when he's done, when he's like, no, I don't want to do this anymore, because he'll just flop. Like he'll all weight, muscles, everything. And it makes it really hard to hold him.
Yeah, he likes to do that while I'm trying to hold him at expos.
He's like, I'm
Mhm.
done.
I do
Put it back in the
this.
box.
I will do this with multiple people a day
Mhm.
on our expos.
And he gets tired.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll
I
get-
get really tired.
his first event with us ever, we I didn't realize how hard it would be to do it. And it was in Sweet Home. It was at their Southern Festival or Harvest Festival they do. And I'm not kidding you, I had to put them on probably 150, 160 people. By the end of that day, I was walking like this. Like I was so sore. Mhm.
It's really easy to scare people with him also.
Would anybody else like to?
Jenny, do you want to hold it?
I can help her.
Zombie, do you want to hold it?
Yeah.
Come here, sweetie.
I'm already.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn around.
That's heavy.
Okay, I'm gonna put it right here. Now put your arm up,
I was
just
looking
like
with my
this.
leg
There
up
you
like
go.
that.
What? Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, look at that. What a strong girl.
Look at you. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah, Zombie.
Zoe's coming.
Okay, that was so heavy, that snake.
Mm-hmm. Turn around. Same thing. Now, mind you, you're not even holding the whole weight because she's.
It's on her leg.
What are you doing, Jake? You're making this very hard on me, okay, dude? Look this way. Can we go this way? Okay, so good learning lesson right here. If a snake this big gets this close to wrapping around you, you throw your arm up like this. So you push out like that, okay? Do you know why that is? Mm-hmm. Even someone my size, I've had him wrap around my neck, not paying attention, and he's just trying to hold on, and I'm like, like you can't breathe. And so like that's why it's always a two-person team to do this, just in case. But I will let him do it because I know how to adjust him. But when I first started doing this, it took me a minute to like learn how to use his own muscles to move him away. I was turning blue in the face for a second. I was starting to get dizzy because I was holding him in our room where he's at, and my wife wasn't in there, and I couldn't call for anybody. So I had to learn to get my hand up in there and pull. So that's why when I put him on and they wrap like that, you throw your arm up and you just use your arm to push away. Because he's not trying to hurt you. And as soon as you push that pressure and he feels, oh, something's happening, he lets go. So now mind you, can you imagine going to Florida where these things are running rampant and one grabs you like that? That'd be a different story. I don't think I'd want to face one like that. And so you notice how pink he is?
Yep.
Right? That's a sign of he's a little dehydrated right now. He has water in his thing, but right before a shed, sometimes for some reason, burns don't just crawl in their water dishes like most other snakes do. They just sit there on their heating pad. And so you have to like mist them and spray them and raise the humidity some without raising the humidity on the ground without raising it in the air so you don't give him a respiratory infection.
Zane, do you want to hold it?
So when he gets home, he's going to take a bath and he's going to soak for a little while.
He is not like
So remember what I said about flopping? Yep, he's flopping. Good. Go down. There you go, buddy. This gives you guys a good chance to kind of see him how when he's like. You could tell he trusts too because birds that are they're like, I don't trust the world around me, will not do this. They won't stretch out like this. He has no striking ability right now at all besides a gentle bite. Because they need that muscle to reach back like a spring to pop, right? Which is why you saw like the boa sitting like that for a while looking around. It's not that he's gonna attack, that's just the natural defensive position. Whereas Jake, he's like, whatever, I just want to explore. Where am I going? He got out one time of his enclosure, and I didn't really think much of it. I walked in, wasn't paying attention because he's always curled up under something or whatever. But then I start looking around, and this is knocked over, and that over there's huge thing is knocked over, and I'm like, oh no, who got out? And I'm looking, oh, it's Jake. And what do you know? He curled up and over, knocked my monitor down, he just knocked everything over. He's up on a shelf behind a bunch of other tanks.
Yeah, he got out one time, and this is when his enclosure was still up on top of something, and he got out, and he used the door handle of the door right next to it, and he climbed over the door handle and went behind 3 different glass tanks.
Which he could have just pushed right off the shelf if he wanted to. I'm so glad he didn't.
You can go searching for dinner and
Oh yeah.
eat something you really don't want to lose.
Well, yeah, because he eats big stuff. Like his meal when we get back is gonna be a full-on chicken.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
How long did that last him?
About a month.
A while.
Yep. Now, mind you, he is a little chubby still, so we've been slowly cutting back on the size of meals we've been giving him because I can give him a full hen. Like
Oh yeah.
that bulge will go through him like this. There's times I'm like, that's gonna kill him, but no, they handle it just fine. That's it. Yep.
It's crazy.
He won't eat it if it's too big. I've seen it. I brought him a rooster one time, and I was like, I don't know, this may be a little too big, and he wouldn't take it. So, but the rooster was killed by my dog. Like just happened, and I'm like, well, let's not put it to waste. Yeah. So, but he wouldn't eat it. Pretty cool though, huh?
Does he prefer, like, does this one prefer live feed, or is
Honestly, I didn't even know if he would take live for longest time because he always had frozen
it
thawed.
always in?
Yeah, so, but then we had these smaller chickens that needed to be cold, and their claws are softer, the bantams.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, I didn't want to put them to waste, so I was like, maybe he'll eat them, and I had 3 of them. Well, I put them in there, and it's the first time I've ever actually seen him kill a prey, and I didn't know if he could do it. I'm not kidding you, I have a picture of the bantam standing on his head. I'm like, are you serious right now?
Chickens are not very.
And he's like just looking, and the bantam, and it jumped, and as it jumped, he goes, nope, mine, and took
Oh,
it.
he did.
But the fact that and then that was the second one,
They're like, oh, it's
and it all of a sudden it made sense. So you know how their tails constantly move like this when they're like moving around? Well, when they're hunting, they do that on purpose. It attracts birds. I looked into it. And so it's a hunting technique. That tail is like a little worm. So they'll crawl through the brush, right? And then just leave the tail out and worm, and it attracts the birds to come and eat, and then they take the bird. That's how I was always wondering, like, how do snakes eat avian prey?
Yeah, they have to hold, yeah.
Yeah, but that's how they get it to come to them. Yep.
So in the wild, this color would.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna put him right over your shoulders.
Oh,
And he's yours.
all right. Thank you. It's like a fresh something.
Yeah. That always reminded me of when I was first learning how to tighten a rucksack and trying to run with it. You know what I mean? Because it pulls in different directions and the weight's all off. And yeah.
Jake.
Yep. Jake
are you,
from Snake
Are you my
Farm.
friend? Jake, come. Jake, right here. Right here.
So they don't have hearing like you would think. They hear vibrations, but they don't actually hear
Okay.
words. That's why they don't learn their names to an extent.
Let me vibration. ¿Cómo se dice?
Yes. Eventually.
Vibration, his name.
Vibrate his name.
Yeah. Eventually, over time, when I say his name, he knows I'm talking to him because he's learned that vibration refers to him. But strangers saying his name doesn't mean anything because it's not the same vibration. So like when me or my wife call his name, you can kind of see him turn to look. He understands that vibration. It's like, oh, that's a normal noise. What?
Right
Yeah.
here, Jake.
So it's pretty interesting.
Hey, Jake. You're tickling me. Yeah.
Tasting all the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All the other.
He likes you because he's not flopping around.
Nice. I like you, Jake.
Honestly, the berms are one of my absolute favorites. Snakes in general can be very complicated, especially something big, because if an infestation like of snake mites come through, it is really, really hard to get rid of them, especially if they're in a room with carpet. Because snake mites will crawl and drop and lay eggs everywhere, and then they can sit there for 6 months before they hatch, waiting for the perfect opportunity.
Oh, wow.
So they can be very hard. So we recently, not even that long ago, well I say recently, but it was like 4 months ago, had an infestation come through that got tracked into our house.
Oh.
So we had to take everything outside. Everyone went in totes. They had to soak in a treatment for 6 weeks, and then we bleached and like scrubbed every enclosure. It took so much time, but it's the only way to truly make sure that it's not going to pop again when you come back out. And we can't take our animals out or do anything with these ones when they're like that because I'm not willing to spread it. Yep.
Wow.
And we got it because of other businesses that didn't care about that. They cared more about the money, and we won't be that way. And I won't mention names because that's not who we are, but it's just not, we don't believe in that. I have sent only one animal, that's not true. I've sent, yep.
Comes in.
I've accidentally sent 2 animals home with snake mites before we caught the fact that there was, because it was so minimal. And the one that went home didn't have any signs of it, but another one next to him did. So I still don't know if he ever actually had it, but I still went to the person's house and did all the treatment myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to expect them to do that when it was our mistake. Yep.
I thought you feel his heartbeat, but I don't feel that. I just feel the muscle.
Yep.
And let me see.
You can probably feel his lungs a little bit. Where it sounds like.
Yeah, a little bit of breathing.
Yeah. Yep. So the lungs are going to be right about here. That's right where you'd feel it. That's where I would listen to if I thought he had too much of a raspy breath. I would listen to his lungs to see if I can feel raspiness to it to see if there was a infection. I can't I can't prescribe the medication, but our veterinarians are amazing. So as long as they've seen one of our animals in the last 6 months, all they gotta do is ask for medication and they'll prescribe it. We can dosage and do our own injections and everything. So
Well, you demonstrate that you know what you're doing, and a good vet will help you out.
yeah.